Hi. Have you heard of us before?
No, everybody used to wear these.
Yes,
I know.
I know we should make buttons for those. For next year.
We're having VMX against brachycephalism too.
Do you mind if I scan your back?
I need to learn to say that word better. Brachycephalism.
Do you see a lot of Frenchies in practice?
It wasn't English for a long time. Now we're starting to see more Frenchies.
Yeah.
They have like terrible. It's like these fingers.
We're making vet techs against, but take them if you'd like.
We're against that.
Yeah.
We have one French bulldog who's male, but actually has good conformation. He's great, has no issues, plays like a lab puppy. And she's Bruno. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What is she like? That one. Yeah.
We call these puppies stay her.
Oh, you did?
She had puppies and stuff, and she had to break out one. And they're little too. And these bulldogs are like this far off the ground. Every
Well, thanks for your advocacy and at least preventing her from making more.
Yeah.
I want to know how that conversation went. Yeah, what were we going to ask people? I texted.
Okay, as a small animal, as a companion animal veterinarian, do you
Yes.
feel like you should have a say in farmed animal issues, or do you feel like you should stay in your lane? And how much education did you get in vet school about farmed animals?
Yes.
Vary the question depending on the situation.
Trying not to get chocolate on everything.
Okay, so it ends tomorrow, and like the last section is at 12, or like goes to 12. It seems like.
Hold on. Now I need to check. My flight, and maybe I actually fly out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we fly out tomorrow. Yeah, the 21st is mine.
Okay, I think the 21st is mine too. Let me. It happened to me again because I keep my Google Calendar like this, where it's like Monday, and so I'm always because for school it's like better, but then I will look at it and be like, oh, it's this day. So let me see.
Oh, precious. Can I take a picture of your little dog? So cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. I'm gonna do a little video. What's the name? How old?
Fitbit.
Fitbit?
Fitbit. Yeah, my husband calls them Fitbit.
Have you heard of us before?
No, I haven't.
We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinarians together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. This is our online platform.
It's hilarious to me because I have
Yeah.
that's adopted, and all the time I'm like,
Yeah.
please don't.
They should all be adopted.
Yeah,
But
you can take extra. We
never
have
have another badge.
There you go. Perfect.
And we're pro taking care of the ones that exist.
Yes.
Right?
You're so cute.
Thank you. No, you can't.
Every time I see a little dog, I'm like, maybe I should get a little dog.
They're so much fun. You take them on the.
You can have a little dog and bring you everywhere.
I had one, and it's.
That's a sticker.
Yes.
That's a really cute little pin right there.
Do you mind if we
Yeah.
scan your badges? I'll get these two.
Have you heard of us before?
I have not.
We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, so we bring together veterinary professionals to support various animal advocacy campaigns, like Vets Against
Yes, please.
Brachycephalism, the fur industry. Are there any issues you guys are passionate about?
No, I should think about the top.
Do you work in a general practice, small animal?
Privately owned.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love when people say they can't think of animal issues. Well, oh yeah, because the thing was going to be on Thursday. Fly out tomorrow.
Have you heard of us before? We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, so we bring veterinary professionals together to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah, nice. Are you a veterinary student, vet tech student?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
awesome.
Yes, nice.
Supposed to be here to carry on the bags, but
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
are these?
I'm not sure.
I wish I wanted to ask them the other day. Can we just take them? But I imagine if they're out, you can just take them, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, there's no signs.
Yeah.
I would assume, especially since if no one's there, I don't know.
Like there's. He's literally like shopping right now. Like,
Have you heard of us before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What do you think? It is. Can we scan your badge? Awesome. And feel free to grab. Thank you.
As a vet, are there any animal issues you're particularly passionate about?
Breeders.
Readers.
Backyard breeder.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you combat that, or how do you address that asking as a vet student going into practice?
I mean,
What advice?
when the ones you see, they've already been acquired. So it's like
Yeah, you have to take care of those animals.
we're at the end of the chain, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, it's like when they bring them in, it's like, well, where'd you get them? It's like, from there. I don't care what you paid for it. I qualify that as a rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the puppy mill ones, the pet shop ones.
Yeah.
Bring these long list of vaccines. And
Yeah.
like, okay, this dog's been vaccinated 8 times. And it's 8 weeks old.
Once a week.
And I consider it unvaccinated, so
Yeah.
we're going to have to start the series all over again. So even though it's over-vaccinated, it's still going to need more vaccines.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it. None of the vaccines were administered properly,
Yeah.
and the dog isn't protected. So it's like, and it's a pound and a half.
Do you have breeders like that as clients?
No,
No.
I'm with Banfield, so breeders don't come to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they go to tame vets that will just do whatever.
Yeah.
And I see, here's the medical record. Like, this has nothing that would constitute a medical record. Like, there's no name, no address, nothing on it. It's a blank sheet of paper with scribbling on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye-opening.
It's disturbing. Yeah. And these are dogs and cats, and people still aren't like, these are, the ones, the animals we regard in the highest regard, and people are still exploiting them and mass breeding them for profit. All these things.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Where are you going to school?
At Washington State University. 4 more months.
Oh, you're close to graduation?
Yeah, I'm a 4th year.
Okay, cool. Do you have work lined up already then?
I have a couple options. I'm interviewing for an internship, and then have a couple of other, like, going straight into school or straight into work options as well.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
so
Okay, good luck.
thank you.
Have you heard of us before?
I have not.
We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring together veterinarians and veterinary professionals to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
Okay.
What are there any animal issues that you are particularly concerned about?
We deal with a lot of livestock.
Oh, nice. Yes.
With the livestock market, it's kind of, you see a lot of animal neglect in
Yeah.
the livestock market.
I just went to a talk yesterday about livestock neglect and how I've dealt with this too. Like I've documented concerns at a large dairy near me, and
Yeah.
I went through animal control and the water board, and like nothing was resolved.
Nothing gets
It's
done.
really disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get called out to a lot.
What do you do?
I work at an urgent care clinic, so we do dogs and cat urgent care, but we also do farm calls out at farms.
Oh wow.
If there's like animals that are like bred and they have issue with like giving birth, things like that, we'll go out and do a C-section.
Mhm.
That's really unique. I feel like a lot of small animal focused ERs don't.
Yeah,
She
the vet-
started as a large animal vet
the
and
vet
then
I work
opened her.
and then she did a lot of like work with like other clinics and stuff doing small animals well, so she decided to open a mixed animal practice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's so needed because there's just not enough large animal vets out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
I have.
Yeah. What do you think?
Hi. Do you mind if I scan your back?
The new guidelines for depopulation
Have
will
you
be
heard of
out at the
ventilation
end of the
shutdown?
month, and we expect
Oh, you are.
they will still allow ventilation shutdown, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
means
so we're
that
advocating for the
the large,
AVMA
so usually
to
the
not
largest
yeah,
producers that do
continue
this
to
in
use
Tyson,
this as
Cargill
a
County,
method. They're actually coming out with their
they'll continue to get
population
bailout money
guidelines
from us
despite all the
for failing
veterinarians
to
who
put
wrote in
place
on
to
that
use less
policy
cruel methods like
specifically, we
nitrogen
still are
gas or
expecting
high
them to
stage
list it as a
nitrogen.
tier
So
two.
we're raising
method for
awareness
poultry birds
and
and tier
continuing
three
to
for
push the ABMA. Let
So,
them
yeah,
know
we
that
encourage
we
you to
do
click
not
the button
approve of
and
this, and
share
our profession
and
being used
stick
to
your
legitimize
and show the AVMA that as a profession.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes.
And so
Yeah, we have a whole
button
bunch.
too. If you
My
want to
so
yeah,
hilarious.
absolutely.
Amazing. Do you do
Take
like
lots
TNR?
of stickers. If you want to take more than one, that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
for What's Pacific Rescue. One of my
Thanks for stopping by.
started.
Will you guys send us more information?
And
Yeah, we can add it to our newsletter. And this is also our online platform where people can join and talk to each other about these issues
I
too.
have I know
Thank you.
some vets who do high volume spay and neuter
Yeah.
that have also had a hysterectomy and they gave themselves a tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
they definitely need the feral.
Animal-free ingredients. So
Unfortunately
for
not.
everybody.
Not super dog friendly because there's chocolate
Yeah.
and then raisins in those ones.
Can I scan your badge?
I went to
Can you
Paris
flip it around?
for
Thank you.
Oh,
Awesome.
no.
yes. And we need veterinarians to say,
Yes.
since we're the ones that set these standards.
Yeah. So,
Are you an AVA member? AVMA member?
yes. But I'm not a vegetarian.
No, we just encourage people to write to their delegates on these
Yeah.
issues,
So
whether it's ventilation shutdown or foie gras.
yeah, it's just disgusting. And I won't eat veal either. I think
Yeah.
it's just cruel.
It's the
But
same thing. The wild thing is in California, so they passed Prop 12, which means that veal calves have to have 42 square feet of space, but the replacement dairy heifers don't.
Yeah.
So still, like the calves have it worse than the veal calves now in
Yeah.
California.
aren't
It's
they
wild.
separating a lot of times at least in the dairy, like the mothers from the
Mhm.
Always.
sometimes we'll attack them.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if that's
Is that really that prevalent or?
there are some dairies that don't separate, and there are also like the beef. They don't separate the beef calves, and they say like the dairy cows are genetically different than beef cows, but I think it's just more like the logistics of having a calf on their side while they have to go into the milking machine. It's just
and a space issue.
Yeah.
If you have all of these like cows with
Free treat.
yes, please. No,
do you mind if I scan your badge? Yeah, it's more of a space issue of
I know one veterinarian who's a welfare person who was trying to work on keeping dairy calves with their moms, and it was like a logistical nightmare in the dairy. So like it's just really hard.
You, I
to do.
appreciate it.
of course.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you so much. She took a bunch of feral and sterile stickers.
Nice. Those snacks, yes.
That the locals coming from the EMR.
Yeah.
The EMR said so, yeah, because when I looked at the network,
Okay.
internal hard drive.
Urban and rural perceptions of potential H5N1 vaccinations and dietary changes in the United States. Key measures include willingness to vaccinate and change diet related to dairy or egg consumption in line with potential CDC recommendations. So CDC is potentially recommending people avoid dairy and egg. Like, that's crazy. Logistic regression assessed associations, controlling for demographics and health-related factors. Rural residents were more likely to have heard of bird flu, but less likely to perceive it as a threat to humans generally or to themselves personally. After adjusting for socio-demographic characteristics, rural residents were less likely to be willing to change their diets due to potential CDC recommendations, but their vaccination intent relative to potential H5N1 vaccine was on par with urban populations. Findings highlight the potential to modify behaviors in respect to consuming raw milk products and undercooked foods and accepting potential H5N1 vaccination, reflect institutional trust gaps and cultural dietary norms. Targeted public health messaging is needed to engage rural communities where the epicenters of the current outbreak are occurring.
Sounds like a project.
I mean, if we we just need smart marketers to like change the culture there. Like what they did with 4-H back in the day. Do that again with different agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the rural folks are easily manipulated. We just gotta do it. I can't read this article. I'm gonna send it to you. Are you able to download articles away from school?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's getting his toy. You need to bring your dog next time. Not like it.
My dog Ava would love. She would go wiggle on everybody. But I don't know. Are you allowed to bring non? My dogs aren't service dogs.
That one doesn't look like a service dog.
Oh, that's why.
I don't know why it's not.
Oh, they're different kinds.
Oh, maybe.
So I think also part of it, all of these,
This one.
this was done with a 6-inch. It's 720.
I should get a. Yeah, I should get a video of that vessel sealer for my video about the spay neuter
Oh, yeah.
paper that just came out. How is the CME hat look? I never. I guess it's okay. Yeah, of course. I never like these cats with the hard because it always makes my hair look weird. But this one isn't bad. you doing anything on Monday? Yeah.
I start externship.
Okay.
Yeah, so depending on the time, like I get lunch, like the lunch hour.
I'm just talking about this one vet school interview person.
Yeah, probably would be hard to swing since it's my first day.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll again do it. You heard of us? We are our honor. It's the nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinary professionals together to support a wide variety of animal protection campaigns. What issues, animal issues, do you care about?
So I'm big with exotic animals, trying to get people care. Yeah, even if it's just a tiny little hamster, that deserves a pass.
I love your toad.
Thank you. I just got him yesterday.
Oh wow, amazing. Yeah, I'm a herbophile myself.
Yes, the reptiles are my favorite.
Yeah.
Lizards, I love it. So
What do you think of reptile shows?
I'm mixed. I wish there was more qualifications for qualifications. I can't think of the word I want, but for vendors instead of just anyone can sign up and bring a lizard.
Like
Yeah.
standards?
I think it can be helpful to help with the word out for people to see the animals and learn about them. Because if they don't see them, they're not welcome. But I think there should be stipulations on are they tested for diseases? Are they bred ethically? That kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wish there was a good mix because people they're not going to love what they can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is that hard part is getting people to actually understand that all these creatures do exist and they are really cool, but trying to get them seen in an animal way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mixed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just went to my first reptile show fairly really recently and found many reptiles sold illegally, like turtles under 4 inches, species that are not allowed to be sold, being sold, biosecurity concerns.
Part is like
Yeah.
I wish there was someone wanting to put that kind of thing together with the right legalities behind it. And ethics. So,
Yeah.
I am one of those somebodies, and you should join our online platform, and we can keep chatting about these issues. And my email's down here on the back too, because that's one of the issues that I'm most passionate about. And I would like, at the very least, just like how like horse shows and races require a veterinarian on site, like why does there not have to be a veterinarian inspecting these animals, making sure that the regulations are being followed?
Yes, like my old job, I used to work at All Exotics Clinic. We sometimes would go to them to have a booth so we could inform people, give out business cards, be like, please.
That's what we should do. Oh my God.
You know, this is what
We should educate. Like, this has been great.
And sometimes we would do like, if you are buying an animal here, here's our card. First exam is this percent off. Like, trying to get people in so they can get the health care they need. Know that they do need health care. You know, it may be a weird animal, but it still needs health care.
Did you notice an increase in clients coming like the week or like 2 weeks after a reptile? Because I've seen
like,
that at clinics that I've been at.
Coming next 2 weeks, we're gonna see a lot of sadness.
Yeah, a lot of baby turtles that aren't gonna make it. Yeah,
All the time.
yeah.
So it's like it's a hard mix of you want it to be done right, but you also want to help inform the people, but you want people to go see it and love it and all of the other creatures are going through serve, it's scary and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's a hard mix.
yeah. Does your clinic have, like I've seen some exotic clinics, like they say on their website, like we don't support the breeding of these animals, but like we want to take care of your animals, you know, while they're here.
So where I'm at right now, we're smaller on the exotic side. I did have to move clinics, we're trying to bring in exotic, like tell people you do see them. We don't have anything on there like that.
Have you heard of us before?
Anytime clients are coming in, we're trying. No, I am Facebook group. Essential red
Oh my gosh. Yes. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh my
Definitely get in touch.
amazing.
Yeah, let's
Oh my
keep
God,
chatting,
I
'cause
love
that's one of the things. I'm a fourth year vet student, but I'm going into wildlife and exotics. And so, yeah, just to try. And I might end up at somewhere that they see them kind of, it's not their primary thing. We have one dedicated exotic vet in the entire state.
Like, we have a life.
Yeah.
And we don't. Our entire
Well, in
personality
like the
is
South,
not.
so many more. I feel like California has a lot of exotics, and even California.
Yeah.
Spent the summer at a clinic, and they're the only clinic
Like veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinary professionals together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. And we have an online platform here to join.
That's amazing. Yeah, basically, need to be seen.
We work on all sorts of different issues related to animals. I think once we get veterinarians on board, it helps move things along a lot faster.
We'll be very cool. Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
I like the stickers. These are really cute.
Tell your friends.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Even the cats and dogs.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going back to rural Utah. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Amazing. We'll stay in touch. If you want to follow us on social media, and I'm trying to expand our wildlife exotics advocacy work a lot because those are my
Take them all. Yeah,
passion
sure.
areas. But
Your
I
friends.
love
Can I stand your
that
back?
someone who's been
Have
working
you heard
in
of
the
us
industry for
before?
a while. is-
We are a nonprofit
Yeah,
veterinary
what those
advocacy organization, and we
like
bring
conversations
veterinarians
are,
together to
and
support various
yeah, and other ideas
campaigns
for
and policy and things
what
like
we
that.
can do at
So,
Reptile as well.
besides brickies,
Yeah, you too.
and
Thank
what
you
other
so much.
issues are you passionate about?
Well, I have worked in this last few years, and so I've done a huge amount of livestock and work.
Yeah.
It was mostly in Washington, Western Washington, so a lot of.
Oh,
Where are you
Washington State.
from? I live in Tacoma, and I live in Panaway.
Did you go to WSU?
No, I went to Colorado State. I'm from Alaska.
Oh, did you do the 2 and 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the Washington's 2 and 2 with Utah. So
Nice.
I applied to I got into CSU, but since it wasn't my in-state, but I was gonna do the like Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I obviously care a lot about animal welfare, but I also, I have trouble with meat consumption and stuff. I don't know how y'all define all those things, but so a lot of my veterinary experience is more on the hobby farm side of things versus commercial stuff. But are you guys trying to work towards like not having animals consumed?
Well, I think while we consume animals, they should be treated well. And I think veterinarians have enabled things to get a lot worse for farmed animals, and we've enabled intensification in a lot of ways. Like, how do you feel about gestation rates?
So I feel like I need a little bit more information because of course your guidance is like it's so small. And okay, but also you have a lot of squished piglets if you don't.
No, well, that's farrowing crates. I feel like that's like a different farrowing crates. Like once they're born, like gestation crates specifically, like when they're pregnant, keeping them in the gestation stalls, which are for the 114 days of their pregnancy. Is like a lot of the producers.
Is that
now,
like a farrowing crate, but they're just in there while they're pregnant?
Yeah, they're just in the 2.5 foot by 7 foot stall.
And what's their rationale for doing that?
It makes it easier, like decreased workforce, decreased work, and the pigs use less energy because they're just confined to that crate. It takes up less space.
It's a lot easier to like tag them of like who's like group them based on like who's due on what day.
And there's group housing, and the problems with that is sometimes the sows fight, so you have to make sure you have correct groups and individual. There's this one problematic sow who's fighting with everybody. You would have to keep them in a stall, but you know, like Prop 12 said, they have to have a minimum of 24 square feet of space, and if we had all of the sows in individual stalls that were 24 square feet of space, that would be an economic burden for the pork industry. So the pork industry has been fighting that a great deal.
So what would you advocate, the group housing situation?
I think, there's an ideal group housing situation where we also ensure that good welfare for the pigs. Like it would be bad if they were fighting with each other. If there is a problematic sow, we should be able to separate that sow into a larger pen where she can freely turn around and all that stuff. If she's not one who to get along with the others. So that would be like an ideal situation while the pork industry still exists and people still consume pork.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, because when people just see one, terrible image and then freak out about it, I'm a little bit of an oppositional person where I'm like, okay, but they didn't do that in a total vacuum. Like, even if the reasons are misguided or there's a better way, there's some reason that they did it. So let's be a little bit cautious. I mean, even things like, I know people get really upset about pigs just being raised in buildings completely, but I do always tell people, they also don't have to worry about trichinella anymore. So there's no perfect way of doing it. And I of course think we can always do it better, but I think people just want to like break through all the standards or the industry standards, I guess, without having thoughtful alternatives.
Yeah, and that's like, we want to have those conversations and move it forward. Sure. And right now I feel like a lot of veterinarians who are talking about these welfare issues are often marginalized and not able to even speak at conferences. Like, I was banned from attending the Cargill sponsored Humane Ending Symposium because of my advocacy about ventilation shutdown. My SAVMA talk was canceled because of my advocacy. And it's like, I'm trying to be professional and just have these conversations, but it's not allowed to be.
Ventilation shutdown's a really good example of that, where we recognize that in these disease outbreaks, we need to control the disease, which is going to require animals to be depopulated.
Yeah.
But ventilation shutdown is sealing up the buildings, pumping in heat, letting the animals die of heat stroke over several hours. And so we're advocating for using things like nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam. We're not saying don't depopulate these animals that are going to spread avian influenza, but do it in a way and asking the AVMA to support these other methods rather than allowing ventilation shutdown to be listed in their guidelines for depopulation.
And if that changed, then people would have to change how they do it.
Yeah, and if the AVMA doesn't allow it, then they're not able to apply for USDA taxpayer-funded indemnities because they have to pick a method that the USDA will approve, and the USDA will only approve methods that the AVMA supports.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also like in the greater context of like travel or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because I had been the one that was communicating on behalf of our honor, and you had been selected to give a talk about financial freedom, like paying out of debt, like paying your student loans, like shelter medicine. Like it wasn't related to this at all. And because you have advocated against ventilation shutdown, you weren't able to give your talk on
something completely unrelated.
Becoming debt free after vet school, which is something I'm a fourth year student. Like I really wanted to go to that talk. That's why I organized it. I was like, I want this.
Did they say specifically after what the reason was?
No, they're very cagey. They're like, just because of your previous behavior at other conferences. And I'm like, what behavior are you talking about? Like literally behind the scenes, they're saying that I do outrageous stuff. And I feel like I'm being character assassinated, and they won't say, like, can you tell me what I did wrong? And they won't say, they're like, behavior you're already aware of. And I'm like, what?
I think you're like doing eco-terrorism or something?
Yeah, we're not. But it's associated with like animal rights organizations. They say I work with PETA and this other extremist group, and I'm like, I don't. Because we're on the same side of an issue does not mean we work together. I'm not paid by PETA or any of these other groups. Like it's kind of nuts.
Okay. Well, great. Whole other issue to be worried about.
Did you scan her badge?
I think I did, but it's
just in case.
So there's lots of issues, and now Washington also, another issue is terminal labs. So we just published a paper in the Journal of Veterinary Medical Education, and we looked at all of the schools across the U.S. and Canada, and looked at their curriculum and found the vast majority of schools are still purchasing healthy animals from biomedical supply companies and auctions, and students are practicing procedures on them and then ending their lives without giving the students the opportunity to practice post-anesthesia recovery. And we want students to graduate with more surgical experience so that they're more confident and competent in their skills, and students just aren't graduating with that surgical experience. So we'd like to see schools expand access to care and have students learn what animals who actually need surgery under the guidance of experienced surgeons. And our default is, I just say, we want students to graduate having done 50 surgeries.
And spay neuter surgeries?
Especially, I think we need more farmed animal surgeries done. So at UC Davis, we had this program where people could bring in their animals and students would do procedures on them under the guidance of experienced veterinarians. So we did a wide variety of procedures on various animals. I was equine small, so we did lots of horses, and I also did llamas and mules and other animals, camels. So
what do you think about purchasing the auction or kind of cull animals that are about to be euthanized anyways, doing terminal labs? Because the terminal lab, I totally get breeding extra animals, just have a terminal lab. Like, there's animals being euthanized. Why not use them?
Well, so here's the problem. I feel it's a disservice to the community because there are animals out there who actually need care who are not getting care. Like there's a shortage of farmed animal veterinarians, and farmed animals are not getting the care that they need. And so we are wasting resources having students practice on animals who are just going to have their lives ended and denying them the ability to wake up and see how they'll do and have the animal go on to live.
I mean, I totally agree that access to care, especially rural stuff for large animals. I think that so I at CSU did a terminal lab. It was on a sheep, I think. I mean, there were people, but that was one that I really gained a lot from skill wise. And they were all pill animals, or pill sheep. But we did a bunch of procedures that maybe I didn't need to get done that week. So, amputated toe, did a tubestotomy and like embolization, a bunch of stuff. So I guess my concern would be if the supply of animals needing care didn't match procedures that you wanted to learn, there would be a mismatch there. The other thing, it seems like a lot of the care that's missing isn't surgery. It's like checking and stuff, which again, that needs to happen. So that's its own issue. But it seems like surgery. I mean, if you're in an area in spring and you're doing a bunch of C-sections, well, okay, that's obviously really good practice. Those sources could be matched. The supply and the demand could match much better. But that would be my thoughts.
Some of the issues I have with the way Washington State does it, because they have a really great model for the small animal curriculum. I think CSU does something similar where like you work on models in like the simulation lab and then you spay a shelter dog and then it gets adopted. Or we also were doing community animals as well.
Yeah.
But in the large animal, the surgeries that they're having the students do, because we also have goats that come from like slaughter auction, and then they also euthanize horses as part of their terminal lab. And the procedures that they're having the students do on both the goats and the horses they're not really like day one veterinary ready skills. I don't know if CSU was big on like, we're preparing like day one ready veterinarians, but that's kind of the slogan that our school uses a lot. On the horses, the reason why they justify that they have to be terminal is they have third year students doing exploratory laparotomies, which is like, who's doing that except for a boarded equine surgeon? But the other things they could do, like they do a tenotomy and a neurectomy, and they could do those. These are animals they're getting from the USDA because they are doing like disease research on these horses. So they could do those procedures, recover them, and then those horses could be adopted. Because doing a X lab as a third year vet student, like it's not going to help you day one of equine practice.
Could I scan your badge?
But sure.
Other way.
Should we be doing those anyway? Unnecessarily?
Probably shouldn't be doing them unnecessarily, but they still do them to manage like chronic pain.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess it seems like I'd feel a little bad having a different sources and expecting them to go live life. Like, I totally get it.
Yeah.
But are those horses being euthanized anyways?
Yes, from the USDA research. Because that's in their IUCOOK protocol, but that's a wider issue that we're also trying to get to the bottom of is that it's not a USDA requirement. It's a institutional decision that our animal research lab has made. So they don't have to necessarily be euthanized. It kind of depends on what.
You mean like
post research? Yeah.
Okay. So if they didn't go to that lab, they would potentially. No. You said they are euthanized. You just don't know why they didn't be it.
Yes. Yeah. That's just the IUCOOK protocol they got approved.
And I want to answer your wider question about like, what if the supply of animals dries up and we don't have enough animals for students to practice these things on? So like with Colorado State, there's a huge sheep industry in that area. I've been to that area from there. And I don't think that's likely there, but we also have to look at human medical schools. Human medical schools do not use animals anymore for any of their student training at all. And humans, there are more medical doctors for humans than there are veterinarians, and there are fewer humans on this planet. There are like orders of magnitude more animals on this planet, and the vast majority of them aren't getting care. So I think increasing that access to care, and vet schools, they are publicly funded in most cases. There's a small number of private schools, but I think they have a duty to serve the community and provide that access to care. And so we need to get those systems better to serve the huge quantity of animals that veterinarians are expected to serve. Since we are such a small group, especially compared to human doctors, if human doctors can do it, and not.
But none of them do surgery. I mean, right? Like
Human doctors?
It's like, I don't think GPs are out there like doing reduced lactation repairs or whatever, but they're not like doing evaluations. They're like the things that veterinarians just expect that they know how to do.
Yeah, but I mean, we still have this small number of humans compared to animals, and a small and much larger percentage of human doctors. So I just think that it's, given the number of patients that veterinarians are expected to serve as such a small profession, we have just plenty of opportunities, and I don't think that it's likely that the supply will dry up. It's more like a distribution issue that we have.
Yeah, I don't think that the supply would dry up. I just wonder if it depends on like how many procedures you're trying to teach, I guess, and figuring out, identifying the animals that really do need that and meeting that, which obviously is a logistics issue that could be so I was the second to last class that did had a junior surgery lab at CSU VMX, and then they stopped. A bunch of human doctors got together and anyways, there's lots of thoughts and feelings about that. I, of course, feel like it was very beneficial for surgery. I don't honestly remember where they got the pigs. I know they were euthanized, but they were 60 pounds. I don't think they were particularly. I don't even know if they were. When they were deciding to cancel it, they said that they were one of the few schools that still did
that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not according to our records.
pretty much no vet schools do it in the small animal curriculum, but almost all of them do it in the large animal curriculum. And most schools are still non-tracking. And I don't know if that was a required course or if it was an elective course. Yeah.
I mean, I think they had like 3/4 of the people probably did it. And everybody wanted to, and people didn't. Or like, I want so many weeks to do it, but it was not hard. And that was a big thing that they said.
Yeah, I was actually like part of a program that trained some Colorado State students after that thing, and I really feel like they didn't put plans in place to provide a good surgical training alternative after they removed that. So we had this program where we went to the Navajo Nation and did spays and neuters on these animals, and we trained a lot of the students, and a lot of them just weren't prepared too. Like we did a lot of stuff at that lab where it was just like practicing putting on gloves and basic ties that they still were not good at, that they could have practiced on models. Like this is stuff they should have been doing on models and getting really comfortable with before doing on an animal. And here we were like playing catch up sort of on animals. So
that's lately in the last couple years.
This was, when did I do this? Probably 2023 was the lab that I did. Yeah.
So because I did that lab in 2020, I think, and that was the last year.
Yeah.
So I know that there was a lot of, working on the curriculum, and they're doing a curriculum starting this fall. So who knows what they're doing now? I certainly have not.
Yeah, I know some professors there. I gotta touch base with them and see how they're doing and see if we can move things along. The dean's been really great to communicate to, but she's also been, I think, the backlash from ending the terminal labs. Like they face a lot of backlash. And that's the thing with the Washington State, whenever there's talk about ending these, they get a lot of emails from people saying like, no, we really support these labs and this was such a great learning experience. But I think there is a more effective way to do it where we can graduate students with more surgical experience and practicing on animals who actually need these procedures. And I think whenever I talk about this with the general public, they're horrified that veterinarians are learning this way on animals who are killed. So it's like,
amazing. I'm a fourth year, so yeah. Where did you go?
We'll have to think about it more for sure.
Oh,
But
nice. And are you working here in
to
Mexico?
kill animals to eat them, how is it different to kill animals to surgery them?
yeah, so here's the thing.
How was
I think people who eat animals should view the use of animals for terminal labs as food waste.
Yes.
Like this is
Yeah.
not necessary, especially when there's so many animals out there who need care, who are going to be
veterinary nonprofit. We work on
not
animal
receiving care and
issues.
then
We support
maybe
various
potentially
animal advocacy
condemned
campaigns,
at slaughter
as
because they didn't
veterinarians
get the
and
care that they need.
veterinary
And here we're diverting animals from
yeah, keep
slaughter
us in
from the
mind
food
if
system.
you're seeing things
back
out in
on,
practice
which
and you want
So I think
support, or what are some
also,
animal
you
issues that
do
you're
eat
passionate
animals,
about?
you should probably be against terminal labs for that
I
reason.
guess like missing, but I get what you're saying from a efficiency.
Yeah, any
standpoint.
topics in
I
particular?
don't know if that. I feel like there's not. I guess like it's necessarily in the circle that you're filling it, but it doesn't need to be. Aside from it, if it's the animals that are getting injured anyways, but those don't necessarily have to be depending on themselves.
Yeah, rendering.
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
they,
that. But
in Colorado.
I still feel like it's kind of we're not serving
Yeah.
the community.
Do you
by-
feel like the general
it's
public
sort of a
has
wasteful and
misinformation
inefficient
about
thing
that,
because
or-
the
yeah, what
students
aspect
are
of
missing
that?
out on post anesthesia recovery.
Accessibility to the.
How
Is the
yeah.
like
Yeah.
if all
It's definitely a big issue that
much better.
I don't go to school in Colorado, but I go to school in Washington. It's something that we've talked about a lot of like
for service.
what's your opinion on
Radius or territory could
that
cover?
mid-level
I
practitioner?
know there's a lot of rural people, but I don't want to go to the vet, like in Oklahoma, it's still water, but like how far would you go or could go? Because then partly access to care is having service available.
Yeah.
Partly the access to care is getting the service to
Yeah,
Yeah.
concern.
That'd be a good question.
I think there's been a lot of issues.
I know there's lots of
Like
like
we're worried about like animal
extension
welfare issues as a
units,
result of-
like UC Davis
You
is
know,
in
you just
Northern
went to vet
California,
school
but there's
and I'm
also
about
the
to graduate
Tulare
and I'm like,
extension
wow, even
that
like
covers the
we
huge
don't know
dairy
everything
industry
that
in
we
Central
need
Valley of
to,
California.
like we're still
Largest
going to
dairy
get really good
area in the
and
country. And so
years of
have
experience to
students
get
go
really
there and do
comfortable,
field work,
let alone
dairies
people who go
down
through
there.
a 2-year
And I don't know if that
program. Like
could also
our
work with others. Like I don't know if Colorado
we're-
has an
we're barely
extension
prepared
out
for that.
in Weld or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like all of
Yeah, I wonder if
Colorado
corporate
that there's
practices
yeah,
will
billion cows that
hire them more, and then like it's a way to pay people
dairy.
less and make more money. Like
you gotta drive.
I wonder if prices
cattle, and that's
for
why a
clients
lot
will
of people
really
live in
actually
rural
change,
Nebraska and-
or if they'll just
Yeah.
get away with not having to
easily.
have
Yeah,
as many
that's why I
pets
think
and
like
make
little
more money.
extensions
That's a big issue.
would be good to
Do you know if there's
expand
anything
to
in
this
Florida that's
and serve
trying
those
The other thing too is okay, here in Washington, we'll barely even
Yeah.
keep their livestock service emergencies, and then we're gonna try and staff more rural places.
Yeah.
I-
Do you
I
know
don't
if
know.
you stand
And
by?
I also work called with my
Well,
last
congrats
job,
on
and
finishing.
I really got burned out and really depression.
Yeah.
I have that as a recent thing, but I wonder how that would affect, because as soon as you're providing care, then who's doing the emergencies? If you can't even keep that, I was just telling her, like, if Washington State University can't even keep their livestock department open for emergencies or have somebody available, how are we gonna serve more rural areas doing stuff and also showing up? Like it's the hard balance if you show up in a rural area and like do services and
and
then
then leave and then
that makes it even harder for the local people to survive.
Yeah. I feel like that's why there needs to be some sort of extension out there where it's staffed, kind of 24/7.
Yeah.
But also that would be a good opportunity for more students to have access to that area and then maybe fall in love with the area and be like, this is where I want to work and potentially stick there.
They're kind of being forced to do that now because we've lost all of our faculty, large animal faculty. So now all of so we still have an ambulatory service.
Okay.
And so that's a mixture of ag animal and equine. So that's still a clinical rotation. And then we have now partnered with a rural mixed practice in Lewiston,
Okay.
and they take students. And so we're like, it's already starting to happen, is like the school is being forced now to make partnerships with mixed animal practices, who now they get to be like adjunct faculty. Like WSU already does this, like we have to do a 4-week preceptorship program. Like I'm doing mine at a mixed practice up in Deer Park, like North Spokane. And we already have so many of those networks in place, like we can just expand that more. And then these practices are being supported by the university. I don't think adjunct faculty make very much, but they're getting compensated in some way to
Like teaching assholes.
to take on students. And I think one of our professors went to Midwestern, and one of the reasons that he left is that there like wasn't enough clientele because people were far enough away. And so he went to a university that has a much more robust ambulatory program. And so, yeah, he kind of left because he's like, oh, this school is, and they didn't these a lot more and is doing better. And it's in a more urban area, surprisingly. So,
Is the Western the one that doesn't have a teaching hospital? It's all
Yeah.
fast. Okay. And that I have mixed feelings on that. It's so I just think the quality of what you're actually learning and experiencing will be so immense.
yeah.
And the whole they had a lot of here graduated 22.
You're really trying to draw people. Have you heard of us before? We're Our Honor. We're a veterinarian and veterinary professional-led nonprofit, and we support animal advocacy issues from within the profession, trying to lend a veterinary voice.
You
and
can't
ensure-
practice all the procedures, but I think the more
Yeah, we're
experience you
coming
have
from a place of
on actual
professionalism.
patients, like the better, and in a more high volume way. Like I'm thankful UC Davis we provide. We've got a lot of experience treating
Do you
actual
like
patients.
TNR?
I stayed in the teaching hospital my whole fourth year. I didn't do any externships or internships. Stuck around, but I think that's I think we need more of that for the students.
Amazing. Do you mind if I scan your
I'm
badge?
kind of same with
Did you go to the talk yesterday?
because
I
think
about
how many
there was a talk yesterday on
space.
like
Not
like livestock welfare, like how to intervene just from an animal control perspective. I felt leaving that talk like there weren't great solutions on how to.
We need to get some random.
Just how to go about that reporting and who. It seems like it's like very state to state who's responsible for animal welfare costs and whether livestock fit into that.
Yeah.
What's your experience with that?
I think there's a bit of a mismatch there.
Not really doing anything livestock wise. Grundy County, which is my county.
In the context of that community private rotation, you had your one surgery for the day or whatever.
Really,
And
I mean, you would think
thinking back, I'm like, how was it that
more
emotional?
rural area.
Because I
Yeah.
I've done a little shelter relief work, trying to
Actually
work
probably more
on
intense.
techniques.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a while to start, but I don't know. I also disagree a little bit with not teaching.
So although they did call me
Yeah.
for a year in a basement to see if I had
Slight
for it.
first
Like,
time doing a dog
I
today.
too large animal, don't have correct treatment.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
And then
Well, she somehow got through a window well, and they did end up getting it out of state.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
At least it wasn't someone like
I agree. Like we should be teaching this. And when I UC Davis we volunteered in the shelter like on the weekends, and so that's where I got a lot of my experience. But yeah, they didn't teach Miller's knots. They didn't teach.
What do you usually
They didn't allow
advise
us
people
to
if
use
they
the
see, if they're like driving past? I'm sure you have agricultural.
We do,
but
I'm not sure if in Illinois would go like through an extension for animal control.
if you
Or like the state vet.
well, you can just leave it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fine. So I think
I think
you can
it's
handle
really been a problem.
Yeah.
They're just like,
And
Hey,
it's,
we just learned attending the shelter lecture there around here and getting a little fired up. But then
Yeah,
you know,
got it.
A couple former coworkers.
you do horses ever?
Like it? No, I strictly like yeah. Not unless I do the one-off euthanasia stuff. I mean, double
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'll do that again. We can't
Yeah.
find anyone. Big chunk of fat thing.
Right.
But it's
Big
like-
dogs. I still double like ate everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but like who's 30 dog?
Yeah, we're the size of the horse. There's
Yeah.
little tiny ones too.
No. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm looking up some research to send to her. I saw an article about
So the shelter talk
Utah, I
here,
just saw
like,
your.
no,
was saying don't do pedicle ties and don't.
Oh, no,
and
no,
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 sorry,
no,
so that's
no,
cool.
my former coworker and my professor at although my mom was born in the transportation.
Oh, okay.
It was not just a teeny tiny connection.
Yeah,
Back in the 40s. No, the people here, it wasn't specifically technical, it was the discussion, but very pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a discussion of, all the like.
As a vet student, that's one of the big
Yeah.
issues that I'm really
Going through the
passionate about
data
is trying to
and-
encourage my school to discontinue the use
Yeah,
of
There's
terminal
a
labs.
correlation. It's not.
They still use it in the large animal curriculum, and they kill 8 horses every year to teach students. Yep.
Yeah.
Tons. We have tons, and we even have horses who are like their bodies are donated, and the school covers the cost of euthanasia.
Yeah.
And when I was at my equine medicine rotation, we had the opportunity to practice things on these horses, and
more effective.
they.
Yeah.
We have to do camera routes in there.
I used to work at Guide Dogs for the Blind, and I
We do
actually did their
2-week
spades and neuters for them, and they would spay and neuter at 1.5 years old because of the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Or during a surgery class,
They
but then you
also
euthanize them.
this is
So
the
yeah, we're
dog
trying to
who's not
promote
being
an
naughty,
access to care
they would do
model
it
and help
younger.
the animals who really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I actually raised a couple of puppies for almost for guide dog to the desert for high school. But they always said that they wanted to evaluate it once they were back to see if they wanted to leave for their breeding.
Yeah, that too. But they specifically said they waited till they're 1.5 years specifically because the cruise ship thing, and maybe even the confirmation, like they got a little bit too long for their liking if they were spayed younger or spayed neutered.
I just, when people ask me about it, because I've of course had a bazillion client conversations about it, is it's a little bit of Maslow's hierarchy of needs thing. And once our shelters are empty, and we're having no file matrix, and we can get a little esoteric about it.
Exactly. And now, like, yeah, I work in the shelters too, and it's like 1.5 years old. That's when they end up in the shelter, when the people get tired of their naughtiness, and they're all unneutered German shepherds and
And another
huskies.
thing that they were saying that was very frustrated as a presenter is GP vets will say, oh, well, we'll wait till they're over 1 year old, whatever, but then not say, okay, it costs $200 to spay your 12-pound puppy, and it's going to cost $1,000 to spay your 1.5-year-old dog. So you got to be upfront about that. Because their only option is $200. They're not. So for sure. Yes. That's the thing.
Yeah.
What clinic do you work at? One of my good friends in vet school is going to go work at a clinic in Tacoma.
Oh, so I live in Tacoma. My clinic that I used to work at is in Spanaway. It's called Tacoma Veterinary Hospital, which totally, if anybody's interested in mixed animal extraction, totally another. Super great practice, but now we just leave
Oh, nice. That's the dream.
between there and Alaska for
Oh, awesome.
so a little bit of shelter stuff, trying to do as much of that as I can to be do that skill set.
I work in Los Angeles with Community Animal Medicine Project, and they also have like a spay neuter training thing if you're interested. Like you can come down and learn how to do high volume spay neuter.
Okay. Because I found training to be kind of limited. So I did a 6 minute spay online course, which I found very helpful. And then kind of kept practicing slow motion on my regular GP surgeries. And then it is also amazing how just the logistics of vision practice versus high volume air shelter. Like 1 tech and 2 assistants and 2 tables, and you get it done. So even that makes you a lot more efficient, obviously. But because there's that program in North Carolina that I applied for and didn't get it, and then 1 week it was like, can you come in 2 weeks because somebody dropped out?
Is that the ASPCA one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm down for whatever training program.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Community Animal Medicine Project in Los Angeles. And honestly, anesthesia protocol is very strange, and I don't really like it. They have you pre-med with ACE, and they give Medicam, like in the morning you do exams, pre-med with ACE, Medicam for everybody. I feel like the pre-med wears off by the time we get, and the pre-med with ACE on cat too, which I just feel a little
And
weird.
just ACE, no Tormer.
I think,
Camp LA.
yeah,
Okay.
they do
What's another one?
butorphanol, and then they induce with, I forget what they induce with. I think Tilazol. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with it, but yeah, I really like TTD personally, but in California they're really cracking down. They don't like you to mix it all in the bottle ahead of time, and so I think that's made a lot of people change to some weird protocols.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
The shelter I'm used to, they use TPD in cats, and then
I love TTD.
Of course.
do you want to have as a pre-med. They
Um,
got some good. and
this
they all
one does, and this one
Yeah, I
does.
love
but
Pfizer.
these are raised
I
and
found
that's
so many
not
like foreign like dogs that have eaten
Yeah,
underwear or whatever, and then they vomit it up.
Okay.
Do you mind if I scan your?
It always makes me wonder.
Have you heard of us?
The other day, you gave
Oh,
It's fine.
amazing.
twice.
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. She will need certain things.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
interested in doing training.
Yeah.
Because I think at this point I have techniques like mostly down, but I just need a lot of practice. So repetition.
Yeah, and check out United Spay Alliance as well. They have random trainings everywhere, and I've trained with them. Like, so they'll let you know when their next training is. Yeah.
Do you do mixed animal relief in Alaska, or do you do?
I would. There's just not a lot of
Mm.
for it.
Yeah.
The clinic I've done the most stuff for is close to the town I grew up in, the neighbor town, and that's just not there's one vet there who does a little stuff, and he called me last week because he's like, "You know what the bean was? What do you do?" Anyway, talk to that, but the other problem is if I went there, there's a need for it.
Yeah,
Lots of hobby farm sort of stuff.
yeah,
But and who's gonna be on call for them all the time?
yeah.
So then I end up in the position of wanting to not provide that service because I don't want the responsibility of being on call. And then, oh, guess what? Nobody's getting service.
Yeah,
So I feel like that's a one step forward, two steps back situation.
Yeah.
With the requirement of having services available, but like at some point you're in rural Alaska. If you wanted
yeah.
to have tertiary level care, you gotta move.
Yeah.
I know someone who just started a practice in Ketchikan. So
Oh, really?
yeah, she's one of my former professors. Just like up and left and started. I don't know the details on it.
Practice?
She's small animal emergency, so I would assume she started a GP or something. Yeah, I have no idea. But not doing animal work, but I used to work in sewers, so I want to get back up someday and
Yeah.
do relief work in Alaska too. But yeah, just trying to figure out what the needs are.
Yeah, there's definitely need for basic spay neuter vaccine stuff in the rural villages
Yeah.
and stuff, but there's logistics
For sure.
on that.
Yeah,
There's a couple of grant-based people, and at the moment there is a clinic that exists, but they don't have a vet, so let's go out and get a time.
yeah. I think I've seen something up there.
Yeah, I think they would love to hire someone if they could. The other thing is there's a vet that's on a PetSmart charity grant that is in Bethel, and that's where I can take externship.
Okay. Yeah.
And she does a lot of student stuff. And again, here, one practitioner out in the wilderness, providing really good pay and good education.
Yeah. Amazing.
Just TTX.
Well, maybe I'll see you up there someday.
Yeah, that's great. Well, cool.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Thanks for trying to be thoughtful about stuff that needs to be thoughtful.
No, we're very logical here. We're just trying to move the conversation forward and policy forward in the right direction.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, take some
If I forget to ask
stickers.
on the street.
Feral and sterile stickers.
Yeah.
Did you scan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a couple more.
Yeah, we've got so many. We've got boxes and boxes under the table. So. And we have a All Beings Considered is our live stream podcast. It's on YouTube right now, but we'll do other other platforms soon. And
Got like 20 tabs open on my
Yeah.
phone that I need to
go through.
address from this experience the last few days.
We recently interviewed a vet from Canada who does really interesting access to care, and she's experienced that some of the First Nations communities around her are hesitant with spay neuter, and so she works on building relationships through vaccine clinics, and she got a funding to try desloratadine implants because then it could help build a relationship over that year, and then if people wanted to continue that, then they were more likely to do spay neuter. So yeah, I recommend checking out that podcast if you're interested in that kind of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing too is if you show up once, that kind of helps, but not really. So I have a volunteer with an organization called Crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I appreciate that they have their little circuit they do, and they once a year are back in every place.
Yeah.
Now they're kind of rely on that they're going to be there.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
huge help compared to just randomly showing up at places.
Yeah, and it really builds that trust of like, what are you going to do to my animal?
And also they can call in the middle of the year if they have questions or whatever. They stay accessible.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, well,
All right.
good luck with your last
Thanks.
year.
Thank
your
you.
last semester.
Last couple months.
Yeah. All right.
See ya.
you.
Thanks. Fun. That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
I wonder when people have to
Oh,
check out here.
there's, I was just remembering that one talk I wanted to go to. I think it's probably starting right now. Where is he? Yeah, just started. Maybe I'll try to run to this one real quick because he would be a good person to chat with afterwards.
What's it called?
He's the like podcaster who, I don't know, this is about new grad stuff, but he would be a really interesting person to have on All Beings Considered.
Yeah, totally.
See, oh, and wildlife pain is happening right now.
Oh, so many things.
I'm gonna choose.
We have to be
I'll
out.
probably go
nearby.
to one and then.
Do you know when we have to be out of here by?
I mean, ultimately.
Yeah.
very end, you know, you just gotta allow us to stay here till 8 p.m.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, I think even tomorrow.
Even tomorrow too. Okay.
Take some, you know,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Seems like everybody's packing up. Yeah, I'll hang out here. You can go to that thing.
Don't eat them all at once. I mean, they do look tasty. They like they do. They have to get some new tears. Big business.
Yeah, well, people too.
on the phone with Joe. He got the watch bar. Got at the bar. Ate off the bar. Never eaten off the bar. It was freaking awesome. It's a deal. It's this big. $14. If you'll play the empanadas for $6, they get the cheese and the honey.
Have you heard of us before? We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinary professionals together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. Are there any animal issues you care about?
I'm sure there is one I just can't think of right now. But I know like really like I used to live with the people like I know there's still like food surveys and stuff like that. That's the first thing I always think of when it comes to like animal rights and stuff like that.
Yeah. We right now, have you heard of ventilation shutdown? So ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. So they seal up buildings, puff in heat, and wait for the animals to die. And it's the largest corporations doing this. There's less cruel methods using nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foam, but since the AVMA allows ventilation shutdown, these billion-dollar corporations that are making record profits don't have to put plans in place to use less cruel methods. So we're letting the AVMA know that we do not approve of their continued endorsement of ventilation shutdown, and we don't want our profession used in this way. So we're encouraging people to take a button and show everybody that you are against this practice. We're also very pro expanding access to care, TNR, raising awareness about the harms of brachycephalic breeding, things like that. We have an online platform here where veterinarians can connect and talk about these issues as well. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a general practitioner for the clinic.
Nice. How's things been there?
Yeah.
Same old stuff.
Right, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like people have also been a little bit more compliant lately, so it's been good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I take?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you heard of us before?
Yes, I have told you, and I've got one.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. I love your coat jacket. Very cute.
Thank you. It's quite a vintage one.
Oh, nice. Very fancy.
Thank you.
It's not great. Plastic at the bottom.
Swim.
Tomato.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, I'll take this. You're gonna take the scope? So this. Take this. I'll take the box. So, yeah, these do break down a lot. These are these, I would recommend tip these over top of the person.
You just that thing. And we'll be back in a little bit for the other one.
Against, I don't know if people down.
Somebody's right.
It's also made it.
We're a veterinary nonprofit. We're a nonprofit veterinary organization, and we bring veterinarians and support staff together to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
Excellent.
So, yeah, like we're against frog gras, raising awareness about terminal labs, ventilation shutdown. Yeah, the AVMA new guidelines will be out at the end of the month, and we expect them to continue to allow for ventilation shutdown, which means these billion-dollar corporations, the ones that are doing this, Tyson, Cal-Maine, Cargill, will continue to get millions of dollars of our taxpayer money when they.
With this administration,
Yeah.
gives a shit.
And the administration raised the indemnity payments from $7 an egg laying hen to $17 an egg laying hen. So like Cal-Maine got tens of millions of dollars while making record profits and used ventilation shutdown to kill their birds. So
I've been a vegetarian for 30 something years. I am 100%. I'm taking all of them.
Can I scan your badge?
Shouldn't be more
Amazing.
anti all this bullshit.
It's amazing how many of us there are. And it's been very heartening to come here and have everybody being so supportive. So many are like, yeah, I'm vegetarian.
Is it like a thing I would join? Or
Yeah, so we have this online platform where you can hang out. We also you can follow us on social media if you're on Instagram or on our vets, and we'll sign you up for our newsletter so you can see our action alerts that we'll send out. So,
doing all the action alerts for everything right now. Save everybody's rights, right?
yeah,
My
absolutely.
flag on for my
Oh,
daughter. She's trans, but
Oh,
like screw you people.
yeah,
We all just live in the.
I love it. Where are you located?
from
New
New
Jersey? Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, so excellent.
Our
Yeah, I didn't even know you
an
existed,
advocacy
so.
organization trying to advance animal issues. Yes, and animal-free cookies.
Thank you.
I do have some talks about
Second, we made it with first. Yeah, we just pulled up the red 19. Are these somebody told? This is like your sticker.
It's 100% sterile and sterile.
Yeah. Have you heard of us before?
I have not.
We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization. So we bring veterinarians and support staff together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah. Can I scan your badge? Are there any animal issues you care about in particular?
There's too many for me. Like I get overwhelmed. Yes, I don't like
Yes.
I don't like I don't like the meat, over in China, the meat dog industry. Like,
Yeah. Well, we can sign you up for a newsletter. We send out action alerts to get veterinarians to sign up, and sometimes we do speak at city council meetings and different areas. There's a campaign happening in your area or a opportunity to speak on issues. We can let you know about it. Cool.
Is that what you scan? Is that what?
We can add you to our newsletter. And this is our online platform as well.
This recently published comparison of open.
That's where we can kind of join together and talk about things, and people can let us know about new campaigns that are happening.
I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll look for your newsletter.
All right. Awesome. Have you heard of us before? We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization. We bring together veterinarians and support staff to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
Very cool.
Are there any animal issues you care about? Oh, particularly.
That's the name one.
Can I scan your badge? And feel free to take a sticker or a cookie. We can sign you up for a newsletter and let you know about various action alerts related to animal campaigns in your area.
Following a veterinarian who is, I cannot think of the organization she's with, very similar, has to do with our food animal population that are, treated inhumanely just because they're in the food animal pipeline. So it's very interesting stuff, and she's always posting about the progress that they're making. And
Awesome. Do you know where we're named? Or was it Veterinary Association for Farm Animal Welfare? That's
Maybe.
one of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Dr. Gwendolyn Reyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah. I had the
Cool.
opportunity to work with her. She came to do some relief stuff for us a lot from a long time ago.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So I just kind of followed her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, great stuff.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So tell me real quick about. So we. What do you got going on here?
We are Our Honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization. So we bring together veterinary professionals to support various animal advocacy campaigns. This is some of the things we're working on. Are there any animal issues you care about?
No, I'm more looking for our business. So
Okay.
we have built a heartworm breath test for animals.
A heartworm breath test. Oh my God.
Basically, I should really say a non-invasive breath test for all animals, starting with heartworm and dog.
Wow.
Right, so we already have a heartworm breath marker, and it's really
That's really cool.
earlier than anyone else can do.
Yeah.
And now we're expanding into a full intestinal parasite panel and into other animals.
As a breath test. Wow.
So I just am looking for things that have alignment, right?
Yeah.
And just, I guess I just throw out, obviously we're trying to provide a non-invasive option and minimize the need for stool samples to ever be brought into an office.
I love it.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, I work in shelters, so if you think that would be a good customer for you.
I won't go too far.
Okay.
He is just.
Hello.
We saw your pig. We do have a pig.
Yay. Have you heard of us before?
I don't know.
We are Our Honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring together veterinarians and professionals to support various animal advocacy campaigns. And we have cookies and stickers and all the things. Are there any animal issues you guys are particularly passionate about?
I feel sad for all of the animals that are food animals.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't eat red meat. And then I got
nice.
chickens, and I'm like, now I'm about eating chicken. Like maybe I should just eat fish.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
but yeah, we want to change the production systems for sure. And I don't know if you've heard of ventilation shutdown.
Mm-mm.
It's the most common method of mass exterminating farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak.
Heartbreaking. When you hear the numbers of how many they've killed, it's like,
Yeah, 180 something million birds right now since
I
2022.
can't wait. There's updated to my phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Can I scan your badge?
Absolutely.
So yeah, we're advocating against ventilation shutdown because the AVMA has been allowing it, and the only companies doing ventilation shutdown are the biggest billion-dollar companies that are making record profits, and they have the resources to put plans in place to use less cruel methods like high expansion nitrogen foam or nitrogen gas. But because the AVMA continues to allow ventilation shutdown, they have no incentive to use less cruel methods. I know. And they've bullied and retaliated against me for advocating against ventilation shutdown. They prevented me from going to their humane ending symposium. They canceled my talk at the SABMA symposium.
Hi.
They
Is
say,
it a monetary thing? Like, do the other options cost more?
yeah, they cost more, but these are billion-dollar companies that are making record profits. Like Cal-Maine Foods, their revenue soared at 700% during bird flu because they lose some birds, but egg prices go up.
Yeah.
And they're the largest egg producer in the country. And so they're profiting and not having to invest in high expansion nitrogen foam or nitrogen gas, which is actually like something all egg producers should invest in anyway, because they all exterminate their chickens at the end of lay anyway. And nitrogen's like the least cruel. Yeah. Just they could outfit their barns with
For that, I have pet
Yeah.
pigs and chickens, and yeah, but I don't eat pigs.
Yeah.
I don't eat red meat.
I don't
I still eat some chicken, but I always try to make sure my eggs are like
Yeah.
free organic. It makes me feel better, but I'm like, I don't know much better.
Yeah, even the cage free can be
Like, all
bad.
my chickens got killed last year. I keep thinking about getting more, but there was that one case where the chickens infected the pet pigs, and they had to slaughter
with-
the pet pigs.
Yeah, bird
Like
flu.
asymptomatic. Yeah, bird flu.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't think they should have killed that pig. Like, we should have kept him alive and studied him and learned how the bird flu progresses through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good
So-
stuff you're doing.
Yeah,
Good information. Thank
Free
you.
to take stickers and buttons, and this is our online platform where we can talk about these issues and stuff.
Put it in my bag. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
You too.
Hello again.
So where were we?
Yeah, so that's amazing. You have a breath test, and it's commercially available yet or
Not
not?
yet.
Not yet.
About 12 to 18, well, 18 months.
Okay.
So in 12 months, we hope to be done with the basic science of the first phase of the whole panel. And then we'll be working on implementation strategies. Really, we already met with all the big companies. We have one more meeting with Antec today.
Okay.
And we'll figure out if we're going to partner with one of the big guys for implementation or not.
Yeah.
They're running scared right now.
They're scared. They're gonna lose their like blood tests.
They're
Yeah.
$1 billion. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty insane when you look at the numbers. I mean, that's just like 1,000 locations. We're stealing $3.5 billion of value. So,
Nice.
I expect that it'll be in their hands, but now we have it.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to improve animal care, right? So we're starting with dogs to give early detection to minimize losses and all of that. And we'll also get into the livestock side of things,
That would be huge.
save money as well as take care of animals.
Yeah.
But I guess I see a bit of alignment. It sounds like you guys are just interested in the animal welfare. And where we're coming in is no needles, no stool.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing was heartworm, and that's the needle. And
Yeah.
early detection is the big problem there. And a lot of people don't know about the early detection. Sounds like you do. Right. And then all the other ones, yeah, you got to bring in a stool sample, and so we want to eliminate that.
Yeah.
And so IDEX will, IDEX and Zoetis are running scared with diseases we're looking at. And,
Yeah.
we can also do environmental monitoring through breath and air and like chicken coops stuff.
That would be like,
Balls.
I imagine avian influenza. Could you detect avian influenza
We
in
could.
here? Yeah.
So we've looked into that. Yes. So it's sort of like whatever the breakout is of whatever this season, we can jump on that, build a brand, and identify. We just need enough samples. Right. I basically need like 50 positive samples and 50 negative samples.
Okay.
I can build something.
Oh wow. So how does it work? Like, what's the device
Gas
look like?
chromatographer.
Okay.
Photoionization detector. Right. So basically, it's in a hard shell briefcase like this with a laptop inside that prints out our graph, and there's a tube with a breath capture device, and takes a 30-second breath sample, runs through a machine for 12 minutes, spits out a graph, and the pattern on that graph helps us determine positive or negative.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Stage. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure it won't be all rainbows and fairy dust, but so far so we've been very, very excited and proud of what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since it took us 3 years to build the print. It came together right before Thanksgiving, and then we've been 100% accurate since then. And so now we went from focusing on building the first test to now what else can we apply it to? You know,
I think food animal would be huge. Like, and I would love to see more detection of diseases in food animals, because I feel like so much we're missing, and so many, like especially avian influenza, but like swine influenzas and human influenzas.
Right.
Like we're seeing cows are infected with swine influenza and human influenza together and potentially along with avian influenza, and it'd be great to show that. And I think dairy cows are potential reservoirs for human influenza, and maybe the outbreaks every season to kind of start in those dairy workers potentially.
this is Roger. He's with me.
Hi. Sounds very cool what you guys are doing.
So do you guys like advocate for better ways of doing health that are healthier for the, like,
We're down.
you really do your thing?
We basically, any campaign that improves animals, like this is like our online platform where veterinarians can come discuss it, but then we do action alerts every week for whatever campaign, getting veterinarians to sign a letter. Sometimes there's city council resolutions or something like that we have veterinarians go speak to. So kind of we just raise awareness in the veterinary space about whatever animal issue, but like definitely support
If we have a
anything.
non-invasive early
Oh, yeah.
detection option, is that the type of thing you might
We'd
say is
promote.
better for the animal?
Yeah, this is better for the animals. We've talked about there's a new vaccine for pigs that doesn't involve poking them with needles. That's more of a spray. Like we'd be all for that sort of thing too. Yeah.
You have a card?
You know, I don't have any good. I had one card left.
What if I give you a
But
card?
yeah, you can give me a card. And this is kind of our emails on here. You can scan my badge if you.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Okay, here.
I'll take one of these here.
I wish I had.
Knows about the badges here.
Do you have an iPhone? I can do the tap thing too. If you have an iPhone, but I can scan your badge
Okay,
as
I
well.
have an iPhone too, but
Here, let me scan.
I've been doing it the old-fashioned way. Sure, Roger can get me in the 21st century. Did you just do the iPhone?
I forget.
I did not.
Let's try. I
would
forget
tap.
how to do this. Let's tap.
Yeah, something happened. Yeah, there you go. Hey,
There you go. That's my card. Share.
I never knew that picture would show up.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, you know, it's receive only, share. What am I doing here? Share. Okay. Oh, there you go. Your picture. That's your dog.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Nice.
So yeah, what's next steps for your company? What do you need from?
Well, so it's going to be at least 12 months until we have the panel built.
Okay.
And then, then we'll be working on implementation strategies and partnerships and so on. So
Okay.
maybe when we get to that point, right, that's actually commercially available,
Yeah.
is when it might make sense to talk more about how to communicate with the public.
Yeah, we have a community access to care clinic. I work at a couple of different ones, Community Animal Medicine Project and Community Animal Treatment Center in Los Angeles. So we see a lot of animals.
Do a lot in Florida.
I am registered to practice, licensed to practice in Florida, but I want to do more here, like kind of travel here periodically, do some work.
Local, right?
Thanks.
We were gonna start in Central Florida. We have a couple pilot locations already identified locally, 30 minutes down. And so there's almost 5,000 clinics in Florida. So we were going to start driving distance before opening up other states. So it could even be a more regional type campaign.
Yeah, lots of heartworm in Florida, so it's a good population start.
Southeast,
Yeah.
Should be tested everywhere, but the cases are here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's very cool. Yeah.
Cool. I love
Nice
what
to
you're
meet you
doing.
guys.
Thank you for looking
Yeah.
at the animal. Did you get a treat?
Yeah.
I haven't. I may grab
Take a
something
cookie
here.
or a muffin or whatever.
Grab
Yeah.
a cookie. How about that?
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
I was gonna ask you like verify you on Facebook. Verify you guys have Facebook. You're not logged in, you might need to log in. Once you're done, you're gonna say thank you for your vote. Thank you.
How are you? Good. Have you heard of us before?
No, but I'm a vegan.
Oh my God. You're a member of the Leguminati. We are a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and I'm vegan too. And we support all sorts of animal protection campaigns. We bring veterinary professionals together because we are trusted voices and we should be using our voices to protect animals instead of lending legitimacy to things that cause them harm. So, yeah.
I'm a vegan lifestyle coach and educator too.
Oh, amazing.
And I got certified through Main Street Vegan Academy in New York with Victoria Moran.
Oh, wow. Can I scan your badge? I'm going to have the
But then in the large animal curriculum, there's still killing 8 horses every semester for students to practice things like having third-year students practice exploratory laparotomies on a horse, which is a procedure that should be done by a board qualified surgeon. But they do other less invasive surgeries on the horses, but they say the reason they have to euthanize them is because they're letting them do this more invasive surgery. So we're advocating for more of an access to care model. Like some schools have adopted UC Davis, Oregon State, they have that's even in the large curriculum, they have clinics where clients can bring animals that need procedures done. Yeah, and because they know it's going to be done by 4th year students under the guidance of my school does that too in our small animal clinic. Like I do stays and medicals and things, but with a vet there. And so we're trying to encourage more to expand those types of programs so that students can graduate. I don't know how you felt when you were graduating, if you felt you had enough sort of experience, but what I hear from students is they don't like, think it. Yeah, I did too. Like I feel good with where I'm graduating, but it's because like I have done externships at shelters and just people that didn't even want to. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just trying to encourage schools to make that the standard for everybody, and to provide more access to animals that need it, not animals that they're purchasing to then kill for marketing. Yeah, and I mean, I love
In your back.
Yeah.
Have you heard of us before? We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, so we bring
Would they
veterinary
do?
professionals
They
together
do
to support.
we do it the other way where, like if a client donates, because the school will cover
Supporting access to care, so
yeah, they'll donate the bottles, and like we'll do things right after. So
we have an online platform where
but we don't prolong their life to do.
exactly. And we're located we're kind of online. I'm based in Los Angeles. So we have a ton of pretty much. Thank you.
I don't like how
So yeah, we actually just published a paper.
We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, so we bring vets together to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
We share
Have their embrace phallic issue, disease, we're all over the world. We have veterinarians in Europe as
So if
well.
you scan this QR code, it goes to all the IRF protocols, and you can see what each school does. But even ones where, and I've talked to multiple students who graduated from a school, and they're like, yeah, that didn't happen at my school. And then we go and look, and we're like, oh, it is still happening. It's even my school, I didn't know until I was a second year, and then I had other friends who took the class that I knew had a terminal lab, and like we all knew that there was a goat lab when they signed up, but they didn't know that there was a like it wasn't anywhere in the syllabus. They just think about it orders and the pigs. You don't even always have the option to like opt out that they don't tell you that you have to.
Yeah.
and then I have my own
What kind of practice do you do now?
like 100% on Swedish food, and then the rest of the time I'm with cats and dogs.
Yeah, we do a lot of farm animal welfare issues.
Yeah.
Are there any farm animal welfare issues you care about in particular?
Yes, yes. I'm actually I don't know how to say, but I'm in response to this question, like the Swedish agency, working in welfare. So, if any of my colleagues need to adjust the regulation, that we manage some problems, so they will go from me. So, this is a big issue. We say we have, like if you see it whole Europe, we say like in Sweden we have very high standard, but it's anyway it will. It cannot be very good.
Yeah.
Anyway, when it's like this big production.
Yeah.
Do gas chambers.
Yeah, we do. I know that. The biggest establishment, they have gas always, and
You can like hear
smaller electricity.
Yeah. So what do you think? I know there's been like a push to switch to noble gases away from CO2 to.
Now it's only CO2, nothing else that
Thank you.
so long in Sweden. But they will try to maybe change it in many times. In many years too.
That's why. Do you think it's feasible?
I cannot see it right now. So I think people must know where the food comes from.
Exactly. So many people don't.
They think they throw something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think transparency is key.
if I can swing it, I will, but I don't know. I got my last loan disbursement and I'm like,
yeah, thank you for that.
And you went straight in.
No, and like I thought that this seems to be, but this is very intense. I love this. Yeah.
Well, your practice is more invested because they don't want to waste their time. Like they want you to be producing.
But yeah, they didn't like the interns. They're like using you to get to cover so much work. Like it's so much work to get done. They're like using you and like promoting you. But here they like understood going into it that it wasn't going to produce.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
And so they gave me the time. Like, okay, you're having one case every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to overwhelm me, so she's like, we're gonna go down to. Like I'm going to tell you, I think you're ready to do one case every hour and then one case every half hour. But if we go to every half hour and you're incredibly overwhelmed and you're like, I want to go back to 1 hour, we can do that.
Yeah.
And that works for me.
That's awesome. How long did it take you to feel comfortable being at like the 30-minute mark or something?
I was at like full my own caseload. I want to say 3 or 4 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Which sounded good. Like when she timed out for me, and then as it was approaching, I was like, "That's not as long as I thought it was." Like,
yeah, it sounds very fast to me, but
exactly, it sounds fast.
Yeah,
so amazing that you don't know until you get it. And at least in GP, there is like categories of things. So once I would be like, I have to call her anytime I see something. Yeah, I don't have to ask for every single time from now that I see these things, and then only every once in a while they're getting something like really out of left field, which I still do. I'm like, I have no idea what to do with this. But at least for me, it was like that. So then I did get like, I'm sitting twiddling my thumbs because I have 30 minutes for something that took me like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But then it turned into you have a full caseload that you're like having to do callbacks on. So it's all the cases that aren't cured. So you're dealing with all of them, and you're dealing with your
caseload. And
Yeah.
that takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you don't have all these other things to. You're only looking at the ones that are in front of you. So then it's like, okay.
That's really nice. It sounds like they structured it really well for you.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for chatting. Feel free to take stickers or. Oh yes, take a cookie.
Yes. This little.
Yes. Thank you. Our neighbors left us.
Yeah.
It's the end.
Our road mic died.
Oh.
But see how this mic works. How many leads have you gotten so far?
In life?
202 at 57.
You're good.
Coming back.
No, I think they're going. They ran out of samples.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Just follow the signs. VMX, professional development. Or that's the only thing. What else? How was the lecture?
It was good. It was interesting for me. It was all about new grad mentorship, and it was mostly practice managers and like older veterinarians who are hiring new grads there. But just good things to think about as.
Does anyone like kids these days?
There were like a couple of remarks of like not being able to talk to people and like it's your job to kind of, he had a good strategy of like, you have to teach them to like 80-20 medicine and because you're going to probably send the weird stuff back to vet school anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good because it was about how to not create an environment where they have to say no, because if you're creating a situation where they have to say no, you're creating moral distress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I liked that.
Like freaking bosses asking out subordinates.
Yes.
When you put your subordinate in the position of having to like say no, that putting people on the spot.
Exactly.
That creates moral distress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it was even like, can you take this extra case? Like, you just need to set those boundaries and be like, no, you're going to not ask them to take an extra case until they have met these benchmarks.
Yeah. That's nice. That's
and like have a structured, I'm all about a structured progression.
Yeah.
Hello. Good, how are you? Would you like a treat?
Have you heard of us before?
I have not.
We are, our honor, we're a veterinary nonprofit advocacy organization. So we bring together veterinary professionals to support various animal advocacy campaigns.
Mind if I scan your badge?
Thank you. Are there any animal advocacy issues you care about in particular?
We've been we collectively have been working with our state to kind of revamp some of the animal cruelty type legislation.
Vermont.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of lack. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of things are you seeing, and what do you guys hope to come from?
Not necessarily being able to like hold people accountable.
Yeah.
So there's been quite a few kind of chronic offenders.
Yeah.
And it's just this cycle of having to get stuff issues.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw, Florida just passed a law where people who commit crimes against animals are no longer allowed to buy or adopt animals. I think it's just dogs and cats, I'm sure, but it'd be nice if it expanded to other species as well. Yeah.
This is such a big step now.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the biggest crimes against animals are occurring by corporations for the most part. And that's not just companion animal stuff, but yeah. It's a start. Yeah.
I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Feel free to grab stickers or pins or whatever.
Yes, take a few. We have plenty. Yeah, gotta make the feral and sterile stickers bigger.
Yeah.
Because people love them.
Okay. Heading there now. All right.
Jess or
We'll meet Sai.
oh,
I don't know where Jess is. I don't know where Nikki is.
I can refill our cookies.
Have you heard of us before? We're our honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization. You're a cat person. This might be
I'm a dog person, but I just got a cat, so I felt like we had to get one of the go-to people who do like low stress cat.
we support all sorts of different animal advocacy campaigns. Are you what's your are you a veterinarian or
I'm a nurse.
nurse? Oh, sorry, I missed your tag. Yeah, we bring all together all sorts of professionals, and we're making stickers that say vet techs against blah blah, but we don't have any yet. But yeah, I don't know if you know the brachycephalic issue. We're raising awareness about that as well.
Yeah.
And have you heard of ventilation shutdown? This is the most common method of mass killing farmed animals during this avian influenza. Yeah. So they seal up during this avian influenza outbreak. They seal up buildings, pump in heat and steam, and wait until the animals inside die. Sometimes it can take several hours. There are less cruel methods using nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam. But since the ABMA allows ventilation shutdown, these billion-dollar corporations, which are the only ones that do this, Tyson, Cargill, Calvin Foods, Jennie-O, Turkey Store, they are able to not put plans in place to use less cruel methods, and they use ventilation shutdown plus, and they get millions of our taxpayer dollars when they do this to bail them out. And the ABMA is releasing their new guidelines for depopulation at the end of January, and we expect they'll continue to endorse ventilation shutdown. So we're going to raise awareness about that and let them know that we do not want our profession to be used to legitimize this for billion-dollar corporations. Hi! Oh my gosh! So
I finally found it.
We also have an online platform too, where everybody can join and talk about these issues and post campaigns.
How are you? I'm Maria. It's so nice to meet you. No, we haven't. I go to Washington State University, so I'm there for now.
Oh,
yeah.
So you're a vet student?
Yeah, almost done.
Cool. I'm based in LA, so I'm with Crystal.
Amazing. And what do you do? Are you do you do high volume spay neuter as well, or?
Not at all. I haven't done surgery. I don't know if I do surgery anymore. I'm a home euthanasia veterinarian.
Oh,
yeah. So I have my own practice in LA. It's called Angel Venus.
Amazing.
And I do some stuff on the side. Yeah, I haven't done enough activism, so I needed.
Well, start with stickers.
Yeah. I'd love to take them all. I love stickers. My laptop is like covered.
Nice.
Can I scan your badge?
Absolutely.
How's your conference been?
It's been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I was doing some indues here and there, and I'm disorganized, so it's hard to like arrange everything. But yeah, it's been good. I haven't even had a chance to I want to go up to all the different stalls and explore and get some freebies. But it ends at 2 today, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't even know.
Think so.
Yeah, we don't even know. There's still lectures tomorrow, though.
Yeah, there are.
So does the expo part? Let me look.
We're unsure. I remember last year we were kind of surprised, I thought we had one more day, and it was it ended early.
Yeah.
And we had to tear everything down.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
When did you get here?
We got the first day over here.
Which was the 17th.
Yeah. 17. Yeah, so this is our 4th day doing this.
Yeah, gosh,
Yeah.
it's like a marathon.
Mhm.
I mean, compared to I feel like some of the other conferences, just a couple hours in the morning and class in the afternoon. But yeah, that's great. You guys set this up.
There's so many people who have no idea what ventilation shutdown is. Even a lot of hello. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm interested in it, but I don't know much about it.
Have you heard of us?
No,
We
that's why I'm standing.
all right. We are our honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization, and we bring veterinarians together to support various animal advocacy campaigns. All different kinds of stuff. Have you heard of ventilation shutdown?
Take them all. Take all of
This is ventilation down is the most common method of mass exterminating farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak.
I do know what you're talking
Yeah. So the AVMA will release their new guidelines at the end of this month, and we expect ventilation shutdown to be a tier 2 method for poultry birds and a tier 3 method for pigs. There are less cruel methods using nitrogen gas and high expansion nitrogen foam, and it is the largest. $billion corporations are the only ones that do ventilation shutdown. So,
And that's the biggest problem I have right now. Is factory farming.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
awful.
I can't start.
Are you a vegan?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not. But I buy all of my meat from a regenerative farm in Georgia.
Oh, from White Oak Pasture?
Yes.
I just went there. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Pluses and minuses. I actually had a long conversation with Will Harris is that his name? Yeah. I want to go back because I definitely didn't spend enough time there. It's very interesting. I have a few concerns about the predator issue. I just don't think
Predator control is something farmers will always have a hard time with. And it's hard because I've tried to convince several of them. It's like coyotes. If you kill them, there's more.
Yeah.
You know that?
Exactly.
Well, and
if you don't call a certain percentage,
Well,
then
it's
they're
like
just gonna thrive.
if you start to call population, then females will actually ovulate more.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Your
Yeah.
calls, and it's like you're just making more coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I feel like me and Will Harris were on the same side, especially we're against intensive agriculture. But then like it gets to a point where it's like
he's still a 70-year-old man in the South.
yeah, and
I've got lots of experience because I'm a 56-year-old man in the South.
You're from Naples, Florida.
Yeah, but I was born in Northwest Florida, up near Pensacola, and I was raised in West Virginia.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
yeah. No.
okay, guys, what do I need to do here?
So we have an online platform. We'll sign you up for our newsletter to let you know what we're up to.
Okay.
Are you on social media at all?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram.
They're the same. They're just it's like the same site. Yeah.
Just look at really fun pictures. So.
And what kind of veterinarian are you?
I do a little bit of everything, but mostly I'm small animals.
Oh, okay.
But I've got a pretty large exotic space, and I do zoo work and wildlife work too.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we have lots of zoo vets in us. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this in the zoo industry. There's big zoos. Okay. Yes, please. I think there needs to be a little bit more organization with the zoo vets to raise awareness about some of the bad.
I think the problem you have with veterinarians is a lot of us didn't get into this thinking we were going to do well.
Yeah.
Right? And we aren't. It turns out that we are advocates and we are willing.
Good to see you again.
Thank you very much for talking.
Yes, of course.
Nice to meet you.
As well.
I visited last time.
Oh, cool.
Why not? We haven't had lunch.
Yeah, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by again. That was cool.
Yeah. You see, banging on his head. Like,
Yeah.
he's ready to explode.
I was like, please do. I love it when people are like, don't get me started. I was like, please get started.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I want to talk to him more, but what he's got things to
I
do.
want to know.
I know.
Amazing.
He gets his meat from white oak pastures. Oh, okay. You're practically vegetarian.
Yeah.
I sigh immediately. Are you vegan? Like, sigh, that's not our mess. That's not what we do here.
That's so funny.
It's the vegan outrage. That's their instant. It's so funny. She ran off. I thought
She's come back. She had a lecture.
Oh. Where's everybody else?
I know. I want to see Jess before. I was trying to figure out, with the expo time. VMX expo.
Schedule at a glance. Interesting.
Nice traffic. Yeah.
Schedule at a glance.
assuming that's what we are too. Yeah, we are going to be in there.
Expo open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Today?
Yeah, today. Let's see what it's.
And then tomorrow? Yeah, I don't see Expo Hall.
We might have to close it down.
Might have to shut it down. Dang. Oh,
All these
no.
trees.
What is he doing?
What's that?
My friend watching the live
stream. Screenshotting. Comment and share, asshole. Like, comment, and share. Don't just screenshot.
And this is from yesterday. I'm not wearing a different day.
Yeah. Hello. Have you heard of us?
No.
What happened?
I was wearing my button yesterday.
Oh, you need a new one.
We are Honor. We're a nonprofit veterinary advocacy organization. Yeah, you've heard of Ventilation Shutdown? Have you heard about it?
No. Oh my God.
I can give you the spiel if you want.
Yeah, give me the spiel.
Ventilation shutdown is the most common method of mass exterminating farmed animals during this avian influenza outbreak. And this is where they seal up buildings, pump in heat, and wait for the animals inside to die. Tens of millions of poultry birds have been killed this way.
Wow.
And there's less cruel methods using nitrogen gas or high expansion nitrogen foam. And it's only the billion-dollar corporations that are using ventilation shutdown, the ones that are making record profits. And the AVMA has continued to allow ventilation shutdown, which means that we have to pay these billion-dollar corporations that are making record profits millions of our taxpayer dollars when they kill their animals this way.
They're trying to dismantle the FBMA, so just have.
They're trying to dismantle what?
The FBMA.
Oh, the Florida VMA? Why? What's that about? What's the?
I don't know. There's a bill in the Senate that is
really? Really?
There's like 17 bills in the Senate right now that are veterinary related.
Huh.
And you can just look it up by like Senate or what's the other one? House. And just look up like veterinary and you'll see all of them because there's the like nurse practitioner level that we're all like.
Oh, they want to do the mid-level practitioner here?
That is, you don't even have a certified tax tech. No.
Yeah.
So
that's
there's
crazy.
that. And then there's they're trying to shut down the FEMA because they don't think they need it. There's a couple other ones too that I'm like,
yeah, I heard like I'm licensed in Florida too. Yeah. We don't have to do CE, and there's that like some discussion that we won't have to do CE anymore in order to be licensed or something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of intense. That's ridiculous.
So anyway, it's frustrating, but yeah, the AVMA at the end of the month is releasing their new guidelines for depopulation, which the USDA looks to set policy and who gets indemnity payments. And we expect the AVMA will continue to allow ventilation shutdown as a tier 2 method for poultry and a tier 3 method for pigs. And so we are going to raise awareness about this because only 1.1% of veterinarians surveyed think that it's ethical and humane that we do this to animals, and we don't want our profession to be used to legitimize that sort of cruelty.
Wow.
But that's just one issue that we're raising awareness about. And there's all sorts of things.
Yeah, as a vet student, I have been loudly advocating at my school to help them transition from using terminal labs in their curriculum to an access to care model where the students are gaining surgical experience on animals that actually need help and who
that's what we
otherwise couldn't get it.
And we'll have students come in and they learn at the shelter with our vet staff. And
we do that as well in the small animal curriculum. Most schools don't adopt that kind of model in large curriculum, and they still purchase animals or get animals from research facilities that they're connected with and then teach students on those animals and then euthanize them. So, and it's especially a shame because there's such a shortage of mixed animal and farmed animal veterinarians and they're not getting the same kind of surgical training that the small animal vets are getting who go through shelter programs. We have a mandated shelter rotation and they need to be doing it for the large animal vets as well, because those animals really need support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Reptile anesthesia and analgesia at 140. So avian anesthesia and analgesia right now live.
Oh, we could
Let's do that.
Forgot my headphones. Just watch it. I watched a wildlife one this morning.
Reptile 140. Oh, avian analgesia. Oh no, we have analgesia. Why do I?
Oh,
I don't think I can do both. How do I turn? I can't turn down one screen, can I?
Forgot my headphones.
We can always end the stream. And
I watched a wildlife one this morning.